What's going on, guys? Welcome to this episode of Home Built Workshop. Today we've got a little bit of a problem. The pieces of wood that I'm trying to use to build this guitar body are very twisted and warped. We got to fix that. I'm going to show you a really quick way to do that using a sled for your planer or drum sander. Stick around. So I'm just getting started on a brand new guitar build. This is going to be a brand new model from Haley Guitars, and this wood is really special wood. At least to me, this is going to be a personal build. This is some cherry wood that my grandpa had sawn up a long time ago. He had it stashed up in the attic for a lot of years. I'm going to use this for this guitar body, but it's air dried with no weights or anything on it. It's really twisted, really wobbly. I can't glue it up like that. We got to fix that. Now I know that it's 100% possible to do this with a hand plane. With some careful planing, some measurements and stuff like that, you could get this flattened out nice and neat. Of course, that's how they did it how many years ago? Because, well, we didn't have planers and drum sanders and all that sort of thing. But if you have either a planer or a drum sander, this process is going to work. For me, I'm going to use my drum sander, but the exact same process is going to work for the planer as well. The key to this whole process really is just having some sort of a sled. And this is the sled that I've had for quite a few years. It is basically a piece of 1/2-inch plywood. I've got some runners glued onto the back to kind of help give it a little bit more stiffness and keep it nice and flat. I've got just a little strip on the end here that acts as a cleat, kind of holds the piece in place, and really this is what I use. You can see it's kind of scraped up in a few spots, but when it gets real bad, I just give it a quick sanding to smooth it out and keep on using it. I have had to replace this cleat a few times, as if you're working with a thinner piece of wood, sometimes this cleat will get kind of ripped up, but it's not a big deal. I just glue on a new piece. Keep on going. If you want to build yourself a sled for this type of application, just make sure you use something that's nice and flat and that's pretty stable. The flatter your sled, the better results you're going to get. I can't highly recommend using hardwood for this type of application. If it's all you have, then by all means use what you have. It'll get the job done. But I believe over time it's subject to more maybe twisting and warping and stuff like that. I just don't want to have to deal with it. I don't want to have to worry about flattening the sled so I can flatten my piece of wood. I'd rather just use a more stable piece to start with, but use what you have. So to set this up, just take our piece of wood, our wobbly piece of wood. I slide mine all the way up against the cleat, and the cleat is the back. That way, as it's going through the planer or drum sander, the rotation of the blades or the drum are going to push against this cleat and keep the piece, hopefully, from shooting out the back. I've never had that happen, but it's kind of why I do it that way. With the piece in place, I'm going to grab some shims, or in my case, these are just thin scraps that I save. And we're going to use those to shim the piece. There we go. So there is no rock. When I do this, I try to even out the rock on both sides to try to make it as level as I can before we get started. I don't want to have to take way more off one side than I do on the other, although the process will still work the same, but I like to try to even it out. Now we'll just grab our hot glue gun and we're going to add some hot glue to hold both the piece and the shim in place on the sled. I don't get too concerned with how I glue these on there. We're going to machine all 4 sides of this anyway, so I just glob the glue on there and call it good. You just have to wait for it to dry before you pick it up. And once your glue has dried, you can then pick up your piece and it shouldn't fall off. Should be nice and solid on there. Let's run this thing through the drum sander. We'll take light passes and you'll be able to see right away that it's going to remove material from the high spots first, and then as we work our way down, it'll be nice and flat. Now if you're thinking that's the funniest looking drum sander, you would be correct. The overall height of this, including the sled, was just too high for me to use the drum sander, so I'm going to use the planer for these first few passes. I'll be able to finish it on the drum sander later. So you can see how after just a couple passes we're removing material here as well as over here on this edge, but we're not removing it here. That means it's twisted this way, and now we're working the high spots off. We'll just keep going until we have this nice and flat. Once the planer is removing material from the entire surface of the board, we can now pop the piece off of our sled and have a look at the results. Now with that side flat, look at that. No wobble. But on the other side, it's still wobbly. Now with it off the sled, this can be your bottom face to run it through the planer or drum sander, which now I should be able to use my drum sander. Now I'll just repeat that exact same thing for these other two wobbly bits. When I'm all done with the sled, I just use a scraper to scrape off any remaining hot glue. This keeps it clean for next time. Ready for another day. And now with the pieces flattened on one side and removed from the sled, we'll flip them over and run them flattened side down back through the planer, or in my case, the drum sander. There you have it, guys. These pieces are nice and flat. The top and bottom are now parallel. There's no rocking, no twisting. These things are now ready to move on to gluing up into a guitar blank. I hope you guys found this helpful. It's a simple way to deal with a twisted piece of wood. When you're building your sled, you can make it as long or as short as you need. Make it work for you and whatever your application is. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you found it helpful. We'll see you next time. I'm waiting for the hot glue to dry. Don't try to move it until that glue's dry. Trust me, you're gonna have to set it all up again. Don't ask me how I know that. Wobbly bits. These are some wobbly bits. I like that one. Cut.